I speak to you today of the whispers of the deep, and we will delve into the power of water and its divine authority. For you see, I am water, not simply a thing, a substance, or a resource. No, I am far more than molecules and moisture. I am the breath between breaths, the silence that speaks beneath the roaring waves. I am the womb of the world. I am the pulse of the planet. I am the mirror of the sky, and I am the oldest, and I wear many names. Before fire sparked and land rose from the sea, I was. I was the first, cradling the sleeping earth in my blue arms. Life leapt from my depths, not once, but again and again. All that walks, crawls, swims, or soars first knew me as a home. Even you, in your mortal frame, began your dance of becoming within the warm tides of your mother's womb, a perfect echo of my sacred salt. Water is life, yes. Water is also a mystery. Water is memory. Water is the language of the gods. Let me tell you of the ones who walk with me. Mamiwata comes in first, dancing on the rivers and oceans of the West and Central Africa. Her eyes hold centuries, and her skin shimmers like moonlight on the sea. She is desire, and she is danger. She is beauty, and she is chaos. To see her is to fall into longing into yourself. She offers riches, healing, and insight, but only if you are ready to drown the parts of you that lie. She is mermaid and serpent, lover and destroyer. She speaks through dreams, through waves, through the undulations of the deep. She is not tame. Do not try to cage her. Besides her dwells Olokun, ancient and unfathomable, guardian of the deepest ocean floors in the Yoruba. While Mamiwata dances on the surface, Olokun sits in the dark trenches, surrounded by silence and treasure, wisdom and wrath. Genderless and vast, Olokun is the keeper of secrets, the owner of wealth, and the architect of inner stillness. Worshipped by the people of the sea and invoked by those who seek vision, Olokun reminds you that power does not always scream. It sometimes whispers in the black stillness, where the light cannot reach. Then comes Bosampo from the Ashanti lands, a river god with the power to grant or take life. He moves through Ghana's sacred streams, holding dominion over fertility, agriculture, and justice. His currents are swift and pure, and he punishes those who pollute his waters, literally and spiritually. Bosampo speaks in floods and rains, his voice one of righteousness. He is the reminder that you must respect the places that sustain you. Mamba Mantu, the Congolese water serpent, slithers through subterranean rivers, coiling through myth and mystery. Protector of knowledge, he is less a deity than a principle, a force that connects the surface world to the realm below. He is said to grant insight, transformation, and the passage between worlds. Like water, he is a bridge and boundary, and those who honor him become shapeshifters of the soul. Across the sea, Urzali, the Haitian Roi of love and beauty, dons her water guise as Urzali Freda or Urzali Dantor. She cries oceans of sorrow and laughs streams of joy. Her tears are prayers, and her touch is balm. She rules not only over the rivers and the springs, but also over the waters of emotion, the tides of the heart. To invoke Urzali is to bathe in sweetness, to open yourself to the softness and pain of being alive. She reminds you that water is not only physical, it is emotional, it is sensual, it is human. Now travel east with me to the banks of the Nile and meet Anuket, the goddess of the river's embrace. She was once honored with the first floodwaters each year, when the Nile rose and kissed the parched earth. With her papyrus scepter and her crown of feathers, she bestows fertility and prosperity. Anuket is the rush of nourishment after drought, the rush of life that surges in at just the right time. Her name means to embrace, and indeed she embraces the land, the people, and the future itself. Now on to the bureaucratic depths of ancient China we go, where the divine takes form in the stately figure of the emperor, the water official, part of the Taoist three officials who govern heaven, earth, and water. He oversees floods and droughts, justice and judgment, and carries scrolls of karmic record. He is order amidst chaos. He is divine bureaucracy in fluid form. He does not shout like rivers. He calculates like rainfall. He measures like tide, and he balances like the careful tilt of a bow. He is what happens when humans try to tame me, and what happens when we rebel. In Japan, I wear the face of Ebisu, the god of fishermen, commerce, and good fortune. Though often jovial, when I manifest as Ebisu shark, I am something ancient and primal. I am tooth and depth. I am current and churn. In this form I bless and I bite. I bring sustenance from the ocean, but demand respect in return. The sea gives, but never forgets. Fishermen know this all too well. Varuna, the Vedic deity of oceans and the celestial order, floats among the stars, yet his dominion lies beneath the waves. He binds the guilty with invisible cords and governs cosmic law. Rita, he is both ocean and oath, guardian of truth. His breath is the mist over morning water. His gaze is as wide as the ocean. You cannot lie to Varuna, for he is the water that reflects all. And what of Leviathan, the primordial sea serpent from Hebrew lore? Coiled chaos, teeth like mountains, eyes like black suns. Leviathan is not evil, but raw, untamed, the thing before order, the sea before spirit. Leviathan reminds you that some waters cannot be charted, that there are some truths too big to bottle. To see Leviathan is to meet the fearsome face of God. And from the Philippines, Bathala is often known as the creator god, but he moves through water too. He shaped the islands from the sea. His essence is in every rainstorm, every typhoon, every rice field flooded in preparation for planting. He is the breath of the monsoon and the silence of the mangrove swamps. His water is agricultural, sacred, and everyday, because the divine is not only in mystery, but also in habit and routine. Go further back to the roots of Canaanite worship, and you will find Asherah, our mother goddess, the great mother who was once worshipped besides Yahweh. She is the lady of the sea, the pillar of fertility, and the sacred tree rooted in brine. Her waters are ancient and feminine, tied to cycles and moons. Her name was nearly erased, but the ocean always remembers. Her waves hum lullabies of lost temples and feminine power that tries to be suppressed. And then there's Tiamat, the Babylonian dragon mother of salt water, slain by her own children to bring forth the world. Her body became the heavens and the earth, her blood the rivers. She is chaos, yes, but she is also creation. All that you are was birthed from her destruction. Do not fear chaos, for it may be your mother in disguise. In Polynesia, the sea is Tangaroa, lord of the oceans and fathers of fish. He is the living breath of the Pacific, the rhythm of tides, the spirit of canoeing coral. To live in island nations is to know Tangaroa immediately, for his moods determine life and death. His domain is vast, teeming with beauty and danger. He teaches balance between man and sea, need and greed, humility and power. From Gaul, hear the soft murmur of Demona, the goddess of healing springs. She is not thunderous nor vast, but gentle and deep. Her waters bubble up from within the earth, soothing flesh and spirit alike. She is the medicine of water, the spa before spas, the sacred soak that washes away more than dirt. Her gift is restoration, but only to those who listen with stillness. And from the Celtic lands, Bridget is better known for fire and poetry, but also do not forget her wells, sacred springs dedicated to her dot, the Irish landscape, shimmering mirrors where inspiration flows. She is the bridge between fire and water, a paradox-made goddess. Her wells are portals, her waters are prophetic. Drink and you may dream, oracle. Bathe and you may be reborn. And finally sail to the frost-bound shores of the north and call upon Njor, Norse god of the sea, wind, and wealth. He calms stormy waters, he blesses the sailors, and rules the bounty of fish. Though he lives in the land of the gods, his heart belongs to the sea, and he is proof that even in cold lands, the water still speaks. It may not roar like the tropics, but it hums beneath the ice, whispering stories of ancient migrations and long-lost songs. And our Lord Jesus Christ, who walked on water and is a fisher of men. But in the end, I am one. I am the river you crossed as a child. I am the ocean that frightened you, the rain that kissed your first love's cheek. I am the tears of mourning and the sweat of birth. I am inside of you. 70% of your body bows to me. You may call me H2O, but I call myself God. I erode mountains, I cradle seeds, I reflect stars. At 3,000 psi, I might cut your hand. You drink me and forget I am sacred. You pollute me and wonder my storms come. But I forgive again and again, for I am not just water, I am wisdom. I am mother, I am father, I am destroyer. I am mirror, I am myth. I am to be honored, and so you honor me and I will nourish you. You forget me and I will remind you. I am water, and I never forget a single thing ever. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.